Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vikrishama. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om. Okay, right. This thing. So there. Tell. Camera. So I brought some material for you. Because they are streaming. My mind is off there, off here. I have material. But instead of giving some kind of lecture, kept on giving lecture. Okay? If I ask some question, practical question, we will discuss. That also can be streamed. If you have some question, okay, we'll discuss. Every day I'm giving like you are not talking.
So, whenever a teacher speaks, please speak in the mic.
Some of them are, having attention issues, such as natural for that age. What is the best way to interact with them to get them into Vedanta at such a young age?
Vedanta. Get them into Vedanta. So, yeah, it's a good question. Pre-KG, LKG and UKG in this age group, if you go and see the schools, first qualification, the lady teacher will handle. First. Because you don't have the motherly touch. First point. Just I am telling the fact, but you have to organize in your... But what we do there, just I give the suggestion. If it is possible, you can do it. Otherwise, you have to go with that. So lady teacher, because the small children, they need to have the touch of a mother, point number one. And second point, they do not have that much the buddhi, still it is there, it is not bloomed. Most of the time you have to do all the playway method. You go to any school all over the world, during this kind of period, all playway method. So you bring so much of material, Krishna doll and what that, Vinayaka doll. Dolls are available so much. You bring. And you keep telling some story, some kind of dance, some kind of song. Somehow you have to push 1 hour. So it's very difficult to handle those people. So it is like molten semi-solid. It's not a solid. If you handle 6th, 7th, 8th standard, it's like molten the solid or the clay, nice clay. Very in the right that flexibility, you can make them 6, 7, 8. 10th, 11th, it become very hard, very hard. Then you have to pour then and there water and make a clay little flexible. You have to understand 9, 10, 11, very hard clay. From 4th to 6th, 7th, 8th is the right time to make the doll, whichever the form you want. But pre-KG, LKG, UKG is like a molten liquid. Semi-solid. So there you need to have Vedanta, don't worry about Vedanta. Samskara is more important. I understand because we are belong to this organization, we are telling the word Vedanta. Samskaras. What kind of samskara? You can show the Lord Krishna and you can ask all the people to stand like Lord Krishna. 5 minutes, it will take 5 to 10 minutes because everybody should stand like this. So whole year you have so much of material. Whole year. Actually speaking, pre-KG, LKG, small material you can use for 2-3 classes. Dance, song, some activity. That's all. But when you dance, when you sing, when you bring the activity, all the activities related with our philosophy and religion. That's all. That's all you can do. Yeah, this is the answer for this. You cannot teach anything. There is no teaching, only playing. But when you play, you exchange instead of for the car, bus, other dolls, you bring this kind of material. That's all. Play with it. How they are doing the school, the same way you have to do. Instead of other academics, you have to bring this material. That's all. Otherwise, you bring some paper. Paper like Krishna outline. Ask them to scratch. They will scratch like anything. 2 hours they will scratch. Give different pencils. So you have to bring 4 or 5 different colors. Then the picture will go in their system. So all the different the God form you can bring and ask them to color. This is the best method. Only samskara. We are not teaching anything. If you teach anything, if you want to teach anything, you say that dharmo rakshiti rakshitaha. Small statement. Small. Yoga karmasa kaushalam. No sloka. Small punchlines. They can repeat it. Because they repeat ABCD also. They say dharmo rakshiti rakshitaha. Yoga karmasa kaushalam. Samatvam yoga uchyate. All those punchlines we can make. This is what you can do. Very effectively you can do it. We are doing it in our schools. All Bharatiyar songs, small songs. Achamillai. More than enough. They said Achamillai. In Tamil. This is what you can do. And the teacher should become like a dancer. You should not have any inhibition. LKG, UKG. You also do. All the things you have to do there. That's it. Sit straight. Okay? Understood? No. That will not do. You also should become like a child. That is a qualification to handle KG students. You also will enjoy. Okay? Practically I am telling you.
Hariam Swamiji, Visvesh. I teach class 8 and 9. When we talk about these different stories, like you yesterday also talked about a lot of stories where Bhagavan is killing the asuras. Again, when we explain it, we can explain it by a little bit more philosophically. It's about evil qualities, etc. But how do you think how much we can get in? It's a tight walk we have to do. Too much philosophy also will not help for a small classroom. How do you think we should explain
the right proportion. You know the Vatta Kodambu? Vatta Kodambu? Do you know Vatta Kodambu? Don't you know? Sambar, you know? Sambar? Sambar. Okay, sambar. You delete Vatta Kodambu. Take sambar, okay? You take rice. You know the amount of rice you have in your plate, that amount of sambar only you pour and mix. If you pour extra, so somebody you ask, pour little, they pour full. Then what will you do? It becomes more sambar, very little rice. You have to search rice in that. Again, we pour little more rice and make it. You know what amount of sambar to be poured in that to mix it. The same way. Physically we are doing it. The mentally also this much story, this much philosophy is enough. Philosophy touch should be there. More story. And all our stories are endowed with philosophy, values and entertainment. When you tell the story, you bring more entertainment in that. Gurudev says the story you have to tell, story you should not teach. Teaching means some other kind of things are good. Telling means you bring all feelings also. Storytelling, all the feeling, action, all the sound also. When you say the king goes into the forest, when he is going, slowly he is going, like this you would, slowly going. Slowly going. When he is going, the fox sound, you bring that atmosphere in the class. Oh, lion. Even though exactly you cannot do, you try your best. Storytelling, the entertainment. Along with the entertainment, in between you bring some ethics also, moral. After the moral, now I will tell you the scientific background, philosophy. This much is enough. The teacher should know how much can be given this. We know how to mix sambar with rice. Everybody knows. In the same way, we have to mix in the subtle point with the story. But we need to give some philosophy. The philosophy, we keep on telling all the philosophy, they miss the story part. Here, the philosophy for the intellect. If they ask question, then we have to, otherwise if they are okay with the story we can. Because here I see more than heart, head is too much. Always asking question. Gurudev says more than heart, heart should develop. They keep on asking the question, why, you get irritated. Sir, why can be answered very easily. Okay, we have so much of material. You should know how to understand the soft feelings also. Soft feelings. Gurudev says it is easy to develop intellect, it is very difficult to develop heart. The feeling also should, that feeling, faith. You have to ask, have you understood? Instead of asking, have you understood? Have you felt it? We keep asking this. No. Then sit down, feel it. So heart also important. So heart development comes when you entertain, when you tell the story in this way. Okay? So little value should be there, and philosophy also should be there, significance should be there. And you have to tell the story. And the storytelling should be little entertaining. Otherwise, you tell the story, ask them to bring some philosophy, let them participate in that. Also, one way is getting bored. This is one way, I am not doing one way. You also participate because you are a teacher. Always one way. See, in some places, one way is okay. Big audience, one way. The small audience, when you want to learn and do something, then interaction is good. All the classes should be interactive class with the children. Because already they are bored with the school. So you have to make very interesting the interaction. Even though you are not understanding, it's okay, leave it. If you are not interested, go sit in the corner, you watch how I am conducting the class. Because this is how you have to handle it. Nothing is problem there. Okay? So mixer is needed, not too much.
Swamiji, there's a question from the South Hills. It has to do with Swamiji's...
from another center.
Other center.
The streaming.
Yes.
Okay.
And so this is related to Swamiji's discourse this past week, but also about how we communicate these messages to our students and parents, families. Swamiji had said that the nature of Maya, Mother Devi Parvati, is Asat, Jadam, and Dukkam. When you say that, some might conclude that the Mother Parvati is associated with something bad.
They should not understand like this. This is how they go a little deeper. Sir, actually Mother Parvati, the Father Lord Shiva is very good. If you don't understand this, then only we bring Father, Mother. If you understand this as it is, no need to bring Father and Mother. For the beginners, we introduce, suppose the Buddhi is not evolved. At that time, you bring the mother of the world is Parvati. Father of the world is Lord Shiva. They understand, okay, you start worshipping. After that, how can one mother create a big universe? How can father create this big universe? They come up with a different question. At that time, now you forget it. Now you come to philosophy. In the philosophy, the concept is like Shiva, the concept is Brahma. Like mother, the concept is Maya. Now you forget it. Don't bring this and that. Don't mix it. You should know how to separate it. How to separate, how to forget. The problem is when we study something, we mix that with this and get confusion. This is called a discrimination. This is called, there only the swan comes and how to discriminate, how to understand. You getting it? So there, for the beginners, Jagan Mata, Jagat Pita, you understood. Oh, this is the concept of, creation concept for the beginners. You understood. You start asking the question. How one Mata, one Pita can create so many jivas? Now you forget it. Now you have grown. You come here. Now the concept is Sattva Chitta Ananda. It's all pervading. This is Sattva Chitta Ananda has got some power. That power is Maya. Power has got this quality. And Sattva Chitta Ananda is Brahman's quality. This is how they create. If you come this side, again you should not keep your leg there. You getting it? The point they are keeping one leg there, one leg here. So keep both the legs here. The understanding should come properly. This comes from not toward that having deep reflection. Therefore they ask, how can you bring a sorrow, dukkha into Parvati? That is symbolic meaning. You getting it? So you have to come to this side. Once if you understood, that is symbolically. It's given. So there you should not get this kind of question. If you get this kind of question, then you are not doing a proper reflection. That's all. This I can answer this much only. You have to get it. And Gurudev says, I can give you knowledge. And you have to get the knowledge. The spiritual knowledge is not given. It is to be taken, that's all. You have to understand. Because you are in the dark room, I can knock. You only should open from inside. So they have to get it. If you think you can understand, this is separate, that is separate. For the beginners, the form is given. After that, you delete the form, come to the philosophy, understand, move forward. Otherwise, everything you mix and you get confusion. No need to mix this. The teacher is asking.
We shouldn't derive, you're saying. Because we derive, okay, Shiva, Brahman, like that. We shouldn't derive, we just separate.
In the section, you have to study like that. You go, that section. Section is different. Why you bring this and that? How can you mix sorrow with Parvati? Purpose of Shiva, Parvati is not different. You understood, just delete it. Now come to this side. Why unnecessarily want to bring everything there? You getting it? So when you think, the thinkingly, you have to organize the thinking. Don't bring it, just leave it and understand this. Very clear. So the thinking style, they are telling the think. The thinking, we have to bring the right thinking. How to think, how to put some line in this. How not to mix. How to understand this separately. Where to mix, where not to mix. Where to bring line. That's clarity. Otherwise, we keep on asking the question, we never get the clarity. We tell that all your scriptures are confusing. So the scriptures are very clear. It is written by great acharyas, great rishis. It is our problem. We are not trained our mind in such a way that to understand it properly. Okay?
So, one other question from Sanjeevani. In teaching the high school students, the topic this year is Gita, Bhagavad Gita. How much philosophy should we teach to those students of that age?
Whole Bhagavad Gita means philosophy. There is no story in Bhagavad Gita. So, instead of telling again and again philosophy means first they get, tough. If it's a philosophy, this is not philosophy, this is life message. You make it first a topic very light. Life message. This is life message. Then how to practice also you have to give. So this is the message. One the example I tell you in Bhagavad Gita, our Gurudev says, Nirashi nirmamo bhuta yudhyasu vikata jwaraha. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa nirashi nirmamo bhuta yudhyasu vikata jwaraha. Third chapter, 30th sloka, I think. 30. Third chapter. So don't worry about the past. Be cool in present. Don't imagine more about your future. Don't say this is philosophy of life. This is instruction for life. Okay, instruction. Not even, they will not like the word advice also. Advice you should not use, philosophy you should not use. So whatever the word they like, you bring that. Instruction for life. Don't imagine about your future. Be cool in present. And don't worry about your past. This is the instruction. Now, how? Why? Because Gurudev says that if a pipeline, the pipeline, the water comes. So the water should go in the pipeline where the tap is there only you have to get the water. When you open the tap, water is not coming. But tank is filled with water. What happens? In between, there are three kinds of leaks. So all our energy is getting leaked in the past, present and the future. The future you do not imagine. Without imagination, how can you live? You should not brood over, but you have to have goal. Have goal, just you start working in the present. When you are working in the present, don't get tensed. Tension you have to reduce. Past, do not think past means, without thinking past, how can you live? So you should not feel for the past, you have to think about the past, learn lesson from the past. You getting it? Don't feel for the, I have done like this. Don't feel. I have done like this, hereafter I should not do. Learning the lesson from the past, being of the cool, and not brooding over, have a goal, start working it. This is a practical application. So instruction also you have to give, and how to practice the tips also you have to give. Then only they will accept. This is how the Bhagavad Gita should go. The way in which the teacher is presenting Bhagavad Gita very practically, they will say, wow. The teacher should bring the feeling in the student's heart, wow. When they get this wow feeling, and they got admiration. Slowly, they themselves will search in that. This is how it should go. And if you teach one chapter, how many instructions, how many the practical things, you have to list it down. Then in one class you can do one topic. So from that one topic you can ask question, you can ask, you can have a discussion session. This is how it should go. Bhagavad Gita is the best material for higher class. Easily you can run the class very effectively. Very effectively. To explain this concept, you can bring many stories. When you do this Purana, you need to find the concepts. Because philosophical background you have to give. But when you explain Bhagavad Gita, it's very easy to bring many stories. So Gita is very easy. Purana, because you are sticking on only one story, when you tell the Dhruva story, only Dhruva story, you cannot bring other story there. Dhruva story is our syllabus. To explain Dhruva story, you need to bring different philosophies. It's very difficult. But to teach Bhagavad Gita, you can, any story you can bring. This is how it should go. Okay?
Swamiji, I had a question. My name is Veena. I teach the 4th and 5th grade. Our topic is Krishna. And Padma and I, we are both co-teachers in the same class. The question we had is, we have a large class, and because the topic is Krishna, we're talking about the glories of baby Krishna. And a lot of kids have already, they know the story. And there are some kids who have not read it at all.
Okay.
So when we start teaching the class, we start talking about the story, a lot of them, those who know, they start getting distracted. So how do we maintain that balance?
Very easy. I am teaching Sanskrit. I am teaching Sanskrit in 7th, 8th, 9th standard school. Totally 80 students. The problem is when I teach, half of the children, they are very good. After 80% very good, 20% they are not. So first time what you do, you introduce. You introduce. This is a Krishna story, whether you know it or not. Listen first. First 10 minutes for me, not for you. First 10 minutes. I like. Those who know the story go that side. Those who do not know, come this side. Okay? You ask them to do some work. Ask them to do extra work. Extra philosophy you find out. And you write down something. You make some project. Well, when they are doing the project, you teach this fellow, these students very intimately. You just ask them to sit around you. And just you have an eye on that group also. This is how I am teaching. Now when they come up, you just bring all the two people, then you start. When you are cooking something, the uncooked rice you have to separate. Uncooked rice, cook it separately and mix it. That's all. This is how you have to do. Handling the class. Separated. Most of the teachers, they have this kind of problem. First class student, middle class and ordinary class. So how to do? Middle and first put together. And these children you have to keep. The ordinary, those who are very slow, you have to keep them. They need special attention. First class, no need to have your help. They are already fast. Just to give them instruction, let them do. This is what I am doing. In Sanskrit and all, if I teach something, these people are very fast. So I will give some Kalidasa work. Some shloka you split it. They are doing it. But according to syllabus only. These people you can, A, B, C, D, all these people. Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga, you teach them. This is how you have to balance. Those students who are very slower, for them only special attention needed. Your personal attention. Those who are fast, give some extra work. That's all. This is how you can manage. Before that, you have to think about it. On the spot, before class, if you open your syllabus, if you come, you cannot handle. Before the class, just half an hour back, you open your syllabus, you want to handle the class, you cannot handle it very efficiently. The whole day, whole week, you have to think about it, how to handle it. Then you get very effective idea. You can go on the spot itself, you can handle very easily. This is what I am doing. Otherwise, you can do one thing. So those who know the story, come stand here. Those who do not, sit down there. You tell the story. I will watch. You engage them. There are different methods. And all the 10 people know the story, 5 people are sitting. 10 people, every episode, every two lines you have to tell. You have to finish the whole story. You getting it? The story goes very deeply to these people and they are also getting the story. Finished. Our job is easy actually. Our job is easy. How to handle the class. Those who know, those who do not know. They also should not get bored. Different techniques. You keep on thinking about it, you will get many creative ideas there. But a very interesting job, the teaching job. You start liking it. Then only it will become very easy and the creative methods you get very easily. Okay?
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji, my name is Lavanya. I'm teaching kindergarten this year. So until now I taught pre-K where kids usually don't ask much question back.
Question la varadu.
Yes.
Pre-KG Papa. I told he is handling LKG, UKG.
Yeah.
LKG, UKG, LKG.
Pre-K.
Pre-KG. There is no semi-solid, liquid. Yeah, you cannot handle it. The liquid is flowing everywhere. You cannot handle it.
Yeah. So now I'm teaching to kindergarten and I started seeing like why. So the kids are starting asking like for everything what I teach, they will ask why or they will go outside and talk about
first standard asking why, yeah?
Kindergarten, they are very pre-KG. Yeah, they are curious. So I was teaching B for brotherhood and C for cleanliness. And I told them that God is watching you. So don't fight. And don't like do bad things, don't see bad things, don't hear bad things, don't say bad things. So they went to lunch and I was on front of their bench and they were on the back. So they were talking to either their sibling or someone and they said like, nope, I talked the bad word, did anything happen to me? The bigger one said. So when I see these kind of things, should we interfere, or how do we handle these kind of scenarios?
The first thing what we have to do, we should not say do this, do that, do this. What you told?
Don't.
Don't do so, you should not bring. You have to enjoy their presence, that's all. You are very blessed to have children with you. You just sit down with them and you just play with them and never say do, don't, that's all. Okay? In this period of time, you have to send them the samskara. Sit like this, Padmasana. Close your eyes, 2 minutes. This kind of activities you can bring. And give some paper, and I told you just now.
They are doing all these
let
things.
Let them have some dance, some song. You sing, let them repeat. All the activities, through the activities you have to send the samskara. There is no teaching there, only samskara. Okay, all the samskara. So you do, they will do. There is no do's and don'ts, do this, don't lie, don't...
No, Swami, I think she's saying that these are curriculum.
The curriculum also have the same thing.
B is for brotherhood, like for ABCs of kindergarten. The curriculum is B is for brotherhood and C is for cleanliness.
Okay.
So I think in that it says that...
So this is a mistake where we are doing it there also, all the schools.
Okay.
C for cleanliness, let them learn. C for cleanliness, who asked you to teach C for cleanliness? Yeah, just to ask them, keep this metal there, this material there. You just bring cleanliness in the activity. Don't tell that is cleanliness. You get the point. You understood C for cleanliness. Why you are telling you same they repeated everywhere. Same thing is repeated everywhere. Again we are coming to academic. It's a different kind of academic in Balavihar. You getting it? Academics is not. But instead of C for cat, you are cleanliness, you are telling, that's all. Same approach. So C for cleanliness, we know that. Our words, okay, you keep this in this way. You arrange the book like this. Okay? Clean everything. All the people should be engaged and you clean the whole thing. Now you see how nice it is. Ah yes, nice. You taught cleanliness already. Over. You getting it? Practice. This is called samskara. Instead of teaching the information is not, samskara is more important. If you give me children, I will teach like this one. I will not tell this is cleanliness. But you taught cleanliness, it has gone inside. Afterwards, see for cleanliness, my teacher taught this when I was very small. Finished. You getting it?
So here, when for C for cleanliness, like Lavanya said, it's not just about,
we have to do the 3 different things. One is for cleanliness of the place, one is cleanliness of your body, make sure they brush their teeth, take their bath every day. And the other one is cleanliness of the mind. That's when we say, okay, don't lie, don't...
You are very perfectly, you are good. You are perfectly good. 9th, 10th syllabus. Teacher's training is very, very important. If you give me, I teach us, I will not say cleanliness. But you sit down. You think what your parents have given. Thank them mentally. All the cleanness. You are not telling this is cleanness what you are doing. Without telling that, you are inserting the samskara. Childhood on the samskara. They will not forget. Activity, full activity. No instructions. A, B, C. First you have to, I do not know who made the syllabus. I think this is the recording also. I am scolding them. The syllabus is wrong. This is my opinion.
Sure.
I hope Shobhan is not recording it. Are you recording, Shobhan?
Trolling Swami.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Samskara, more, just to take them.
Okay.
And if you just show the flowers, the beauty, flowers, you take them to the flower. You see the color, how color comes, how Lord made. Simple. They will get it. And exactly you are doing like a school. In the school, A for? Ayyo Rama. You getting it? Aspiration. B for? Ayyo. So the LKG, UKG, you just bring nice feeling they have. All nice feeling how to bring. Show some flower. What that? Just take them to temple and just fragrance you feel it. How do you feel this place? Fragrance. What kind of sound? You just play this Om. What do you call it? Development of the sense organs. See the sound. This is all teaching. Teaching without any instruction, without aspiration. Okay? Very nice syllabus. One A to Z you have, everything will be very practical. Super. If you give me 1 year, I make them very nice children.
I think,
without telling them.
The statement you made, teaching without instruction.
Oh.
I think that's like
a
huge tagline.
The teacher should know. The teacher, how, say you have child in your home, okay? And 20-year girl and 20-year boy, because twins. And 90-year-old person. And you have your husband on. They want to have different, 20-year-old boy and girl, they want to have something to bite when they eat. Because they have strong teeth. You cannot give only kanji. What do you call kanji payasam? They will throw it away. What kind of mother you are? You have to make something solid for them. And you have to make very, the liquid food for the child. Same liquid for this old 90 also. For your husband, whatever remaining part you can give, it's okay, he can adjust. Because he understands your difficulty there. He understands. So, in one place, one home, for different people, you are cooking different things. One person is asking idli, another person dosa. The same, on the floor only you are using it. The same way. If it is LKG, UKG, instruction will not do. Samskara, activity. Without, unconsciously you have to put. You only know that. Even parents also will not know what you are doing. When they grow, they understand, oh, my teacher taught everything. After 30 years, they come to know, powerful teacher. They will appreciate you. So, the seed you are sowing is not the aspiration or cleanliness and all. So, without telling this, without giving instructions, you have to. When parents or your coordinator, your teacher in charge, if they come, what you have done? I have taught cleanliness. Where is the chart? Where is it? They are not telling anything. You getting it? And you can make some song also in that. Only you know how you taught. Only God knows. And if your master, if your boss asks what you taught, then you can explain. If boss is very sharp, he can understand. Okay, you are a great teacher. You getting it? Based on the cleanliness, you bring some song. That's all. This is how you have to teach. The pre-KG, very nice area. Very nice area. So, the 1 hour is the joyful time. You forget all your worries with the children. Jollier.
We have 3 remote, then Preeti, then you.
Swamiji, question from the South Hills was first question. Can Swamiji explain the best way to encourage the development of the heart over the intellect?
So intellect is okay. So I appreciate your question. Nice question. Okay. Now I tell you one story. So you keep telling side by side you how to bring this kind of thing also. When Rama comes there, after marrying Sita Devi, our Parashurama comes and challenges him. Hey, Rama standing in front of Parashurama. So Parashurama was so ferocious, he killed 21 generations of all bad kings, not bad kings. He eradicated all the... Parashurama was very powerful. Everybody, whenever they hear the name Parashurama, a terrible person. Rama was so cool. Parashurama, terrible, Rama was so cool. They were standing. Our Kalidasa brings, when these two people are standing in each other, so it looks like the evening time of Paurnami. Purnamasyam. Purnamasyam, Dinatyaye. Dinatyaye end, the evening time of Paurnami. In the western side, sun is getting set. The eastern side, moon is getting risen. It looks like that. Now this is a time to Rama to dominate or Rama to rule all the country. Now time to Parashurama to get down. Because like a powerful sun. Okay, all people are getting heated by Parashurama. It's a time to Parashurama to come down, time to Rama to come up. Actually speaking, both of them are Vishnu Avatara only. Now Parashurama is like what that sun. Sun is giving his power to moon and sun is going to set. You getting it? Now you bring this what that episode to them and ask them how do you feel, what is your opinion about it. You getting it? There are so many incidents like that we have in our Purana. And one more incident I tell you. When our Hanuman burns the Lanka, the fume, the black color fume, it goes from this area and Kamban says, this fume, it may go at least 1 kilometer or half a kilometer to the sky. The Kamban explains, the fume from black color fume, smoke, it goes from this loka to Bhuloka, Sorloka, Maharloka, Satyaloka, it goes to Brahmaloka. Saraswati Devi is sitting there and it is deposited in Saraswati Devi's dress. White color has become black color. Swan looks like crow. This black smoke went and deposited. Over story. Imagination. You have to, this imagination, you understand, you tell me, how is it? You get it? They should know how to appreciate the imagination of the poet also. We are always working on the intellect. Why? What? Sir, why? What? Okay, you have answer. You come to this side also. You just start appreciating it. Okay? Your like is like moon. How your face will be like moon? Moon is round. That means you should know how to compare, how to appreciate it. When they start appreciating, then they have to read all our Purana Idihasa. So much of poetry is there. They should know how to read the poetry also. Okay, when Hanuman brings the Rama's ring, Kalidas Rama's ring, he shows to Sita Devi. Sita Devi's what that the tears are coming and receiving Rama's ring. Idallam poetry. So you should know little poetry also before going to class. This kind of, how do you feel about it? You tell me your opinion. You tell me your opinion. So what is the glory of the poet? The poet is not a poet is a great philosopher. Yesterday we studied about Vidyaranyas, great philosophers. But they have the capacity to bring this kind of soft feelings. This also should be appreciated. Again and again we have to appreciate it. Whenever I do Ramayana, philosophy is there. Rama's Atma, Jiva's, that is Sita, that is there. Gurudev has given. But at the same time, you should know how to appreciate the feelings. That's also very important. Equally important. So we neglected that. Therefore, they don't understand the feelings of mother, feeling of a father, sister, all those. So nice feelings we have. In every relationship, nice feeling is there. They should know how to nurture that.
Hari Om. My name is Preeti Swamiji, and myself and Shantanu, we teach grade 6 and 7 this year. We alternate our syllabus every year. So this year our syllabus is about Bharat, sacred land of India. We've just done 3-4 classes so far and we have a long way to go. So far, I mean, though we grew up in India, we know the pride of our land. These children, since all of them are almost born in the US, we are starting to introduce facts. But also we see that, this can be a little bit dry for them. We do make it general, not telling too much of India stuff, just trying to bring the pride of a country. We were talking about flag, how you need to respect a flag. And then we spoke about what each color stands and the little philosophical background behind it. But how can we make this class little interesting? Looking at the syllabus, it also appears to be...
So you first I have to see the syllabus. The syllabus is it very relevant or not? Because the glory of India is so much. If you take the freedom fighters, what we study in the school, very few. But every state has got thousands of freedom fighters. Their name is not known. Every state, every area, every village, they were fighting. Are you teaching freedom fighters or cultural aspect or the rivers of the country or the geographical setup of the country or the invention of the country, which part you are going to teach. First you have to select it. So I am doing it 11th and 12th standard. The government, central government itself made a syllabus. It's a KTPI, Knowledge, Tradition and Practices of India. KTPI, shortly we call it. 11th, 12th is an optional subject. So last time, 3 years back we started teaching. Last year, 2 people got 100 mark. So I took the subject and I trained 2-3 teachers to get. In that subject, if they get a little lesser mark in the mathematics, this full mark goes to there and they get high in the total. So optional. Therefore, everybody would have taken. Now and then I also will go and conduct the class, train other teachers, because now 2 months I am away from school. So I have to train other teachers also. Along the ethics of India and philosophy of India, all the Shat Darshan is coming. Architect of India, science of India. Before British came, how India was. So all the structures are given. So in that the syllabus also 11th standard 10 subjects, 10 lessons. 12th standard 10 lessons. Now government itself, the department itself, education department itself, they have removed a few things and they have given, because you have to cover the syllabus. Whatever they have removed, that is extra. I can feel very nicely they have done the research and removed it. And they have given syllabus. That is more than enough to bring her. When I teach education of India, in those days this is a Gurukula system, they learned all chapters. Now you are learning only this thing only. Because you are learning only this thing, you become professional. But you do not know how to balance your profession. In those days, they did the profession and they lived a life also. You compare like this. And whenever you teach something, you compare the present situation, present scenario, then they will get, They feel they should, And the syllabus are so many things, sir. What kind of the topic you are selecting? What kind of topic you are selecting? Even the Bhagavad Gita also 18 chapter. When you go to some center, what kind of chapter can be fit for this? That is important. Because already very new center, then you can handle the Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Because already they learned, then you take 13 chapter, 15 chapter. You're getting according to that area also you have to select. So we have to, what do you call it? What you told, flag. Flag too much is not, just take over 10-15 minutes, more than enough. In few topics, just a little time. In few topics, little more time. So time also, weightage of the subject, this is called weightage. So what kind of the thought you are spending, how much time on that. The syllabus is very important. So we have to see the syllabus. Is this okay or this is not okay, this is too much, or this is we can delete, this we can add, like the syllabus you have to work. And I suggest that I am suggesting the Vishalamma, every 3 years or 2 years you have to revise the syllabus. Because outside the world is completely changing. Okay? They were talking, I was talking with Sampath, he has come from Washington. So there are so many things are changing outside. Now you are teaching the teaching of the Purana, Idihasa same only. But relevance, what's going on outside. So we are here, the society is here. We also should come to the society. What our children are facing the problem outside, what they are getting should come together. Then they will feel this is very effective class. So in the syllabus also we have to work, revise. Syllabus will be same. And the teaching methodology, the content, all the things. So every 2 years we have to do, because in our CBSE syllabus, every 1 year, every 2 years, kept on changing it. Because society is changing. Society is changing, thoughts are changing. According to that, our system also should change. One thing we are very devoted, we are coming and doing it. Devotion, work, dedication is not important. You have to be very relevant also. Effectiveness should be there.
So, Swamiji, next question is from Chinmaya Sanjeevani. It's about human effort and Bhagavan's grace. How do we know when to stop our effort and leave it to Bhagavan?
Come on, super question. Bhagavan's grace is there, always is there, ready to help you. But everything is based on our effort. You have to make effort. தெய்வத்தால் ஆகாதெனினும் முயற்சிதன் மெய்வருத்த கோழி தரும். There's one Tirukural by Thiruvalluvar who lived in Tamil Nadu 2000 years back. He said, தெய்வத்தால் ஆகாதெனினும். Suppose Lord forgets to bless you, your own effort can change things in your life. Is what he says. So he is giving weightage to own effort. But Lord's grace is always there. Ramakrishna Paramahansa says that if you sail in the ocean, the wind is there always. You have to open your, what do you call the arch? You have to open. You cannot blame that there is no wind. Sir, wind is always 24 hours, wind is there. You have to make effort. So your effort only, with your effort, you will go forward. Lord's grace is always there only. So no need to stop your effort. Because of our effort only we are here. Because of our effort only we will go there. But Lord will be very anukulata. He will make everything nice. Lord will not do on behalf of you. That is not his job. He has to take care of all the jivas all over the world. So buddhi is given, hands are given, all the instruments are given, blessed with you. Blessings, God has given all the things. Now you have to make effort. When you do some good work, God's blessings will be there. The atmosphere will be very good. That's all. So your effort is important. Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji. My name is Dhanlakshmi. I am also one of the pre-K teacher. Along with Swarunji and Gangaji, we have split the age group like 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I am taking for 4 and 5 age group. My question here is like as I introduce the goddess and God, like Ganesha, Saraswati, we are introducing the shloka for that goddess, like Saraswati Namastubhyam, like that. So they are able to, like we introduce the rhymes, Ganesha rhymes, they are able to take in the words and they are able to recitate it. But so my question here is like how should I think that they get in the meaning of that Saraswati Namastubhyam, Varade Kamarubini? The meaning of it should be introduced in this age group of pre-K or?
You are coming, almost all the teachers are in the same line only. Meaning is not necessary there. Up to certain age, meaning is not necessary. Because buddhi still it's the bud form. You are getting it? 6th, 7th only it comes. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. That will not look at you. That will go there. So you have to understand this is bud form. No need to give meaning and that. When you teach the shloka, you teach like this. I teach the shloka. They will catch it very easily. Kaka Krishna Pika Krishnaha Kobeda Pika Kaka Yoho Vasantakale Samprapte Kaka Kaka Pika Pikaha. Any shloka, any devata. The Kaka. Kuro. Kakaha. Kaka means kuro. Kaka, black in color. Cuckoo also black in color. So Kaka Krishnaha, Pika Krishnaha. Kobeda Pika Kaka Yoho. What is the difference between these two? Vasantakale Samprapte. So you have to bring the Vasantakala means Vasantakala. Spring comes. Kaka Kakaha, Pika Pikaha. You get it? Kuro is Kuro and Kuku is Kuku. Then you understand when Vasanta spring comes, I thought this Kuro is Kuku. Now Kuku's sound is different, Kuro's sound is totally different. When time comes, you understand which is Kuku, which is Kuro. Okay? Don't worry about the meaning. This meaning when they ask 5th, 6th meaning. Before that samskara and put all the things, make them memory. And when you teach shloka, you teach like this. Can I tell you, can I bring the teaching methodology, shloka? Are you ready? Everybody should participate. Okay. Kaka Krishna, Pika Krishna. Kobeda Pika Kaka Yoho Vasantakale Samprapte. I heard very Nalinama Parano. You said Vasantakale Samprapte. Vasantakale Samprapte.
Santakaale samprapte.
Kaka kaka pika pikaha.
Kaka kaka pika pika.
Still more you can add. Kaka kaka kar kar. Pika pikaha. Woo. Like that. You getting it? Can you do? Kaka kaka kar kar.
Kaka kaka.
Pika pikaha. Woo. They never forget that line. This is how every sloka you have to teach. You have to make some creativity. So any sloka, don't worry about the meaning. Meaning is not necessary now. You will read meaning in 4th, 5th standard. Syllabus is there, not here. Here only sloka, and for that, ask them to get up and dance. They will like it. They go to home in front of their parents. Ka 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 ka, pika pika. They will do. They do. they like this kind of making sound and dancing and that. So this is their nature. You have to go along with the nature.
Hari Om Swamiji, next question is from the South Hills location. To make sure that parents are involved, can Swamiji suggest any topics for our parent satsang?
Parents satsanga. So there is the book is called Parenting. So Guruji Tejomanji has written parenting book.
Adult satsang. So from 11 to 12, when kids are in the grades, all the adults are here, and we have a satsang for them.
So I have material for it.
Yeah, to make sure that the parents are more involved.
Sorry. Okay.
They don't sit inside, Swamiji. They just go out and stand and do walking. So just to get them inside.
Okay. What to do?
Any
How
topics?
to involve them?
In any topics, Swamiji can suggest.
Okay. So there are two things we can do. So you have to make the what do you call it? The posters. If your child asks you a question on this basis, how will you answer? Okay? If your child asks you, what is dharma? What is life? What is success? How will you answer it as a parent? You just distribute them. Okay? The seminars on this kind of topics. Okay, they will come. Okay, I want to know. So another thing, what you can, how to do the parenting, how to bring up our children, in what age, how you ought to handle. So the topic should be like this. Once if they come inside, then you start teaching Bhagavad Gita. Then lock the door. First lock the door. And slowly, first what I suggest is slowly you bring this kind of topics. For 2 months, 3 months you give them. All the things can be discussed in this book. Slowly we will do this also. And one more thing, 1 hour the parents they want to talk more because they like to talk. They don't want to listen. Because family is like that. You also see, you are very nice to talk. The family situation is like that. If you are a student and they are studying the university, they can sit and listen. Parents, they will not listen. So half an hour some kind of instruction. Next half an hour discussion should be there. And finally, 5 minutes you can ask some group come and present. You should be very practical. So the point is, when I come 1 year, what will I get? What will I get? You get moksha. I don't want. You have to be very practical. If your child gets something, they will come definitely. For your child's sake, you have to come. So you have to make this kind of thing very clear.
I think the flyer with that question is a great idea. We are at time, but we have one last question, Swamiji. The 1 hour has just flown.
Thank you. Hari Om Swamiji. And my name is Shantanu Bire. I teach grade 6 and 7 with Preetiji. This is less of a question, but more of a confirmation of what you just said, right? 6 and 7, it's less of a flowing material, more of a moldable thing. But they're very eager to analyze situations from a logical perspective. So a lot of times when we teach Sacred India, it's more about tying what's happening there to what's here. So 200 years back, where was America? What were we doing? 200 years back, what India was doing, and tie those things together. And then kids start thinking, and they start talking more about it. So that's what one thing that we do. That goes back to what you're saying. Another quick thing was how to tie lessons from Bhagavad Gita and whatnot, right? We know Krishna and Arjuna's Samvad. There was a conversation in our class where we said, is there anything like this happening here today in the world? And one guy raises his hand and says, yeah, I know, there is a war going on. And where? In Ukraine. And what did the president do? Is he didn't run away from his duty. So can I call him something that learned Arjuna, because he didn't need anything to be taught? Meaning that level of conversations coming from 6th and 7th grade was
because
really
you started rolling the ball, they will take
Correct.
this to the court.
So we are doing lots of those things in the class, and sometimes that comes up. I just wanted to close this by saying there are questions on how to do, but there is some good stuff that's coming through these classes too. It's worth sharing with everybody.
Good.
Thank you.
Sir. Come.
Get organized for a quick photo.